In this video, I'm going to show you my 5 favorite apps that I use to help run our 8-figure company, AppSumo.com. Through AppSumo, which is the #1 site online for software deals, I've tried thousands of apps. These are the ones that made the cut. So the first one I want to show you is Metabase. In all of the tech circles, a lot of the startups are using this. So it basically takes a database and then makes it really pretty so people like me and other marketers and business people can do data analysis really, really easily. So this is an example from AppSumo Marketplace. Some of the data is blurred out because it's private. But what's really neat about it is that you can show really cool organization of your data about how many buyers you have, how many refunds or sales. Other neat things, I didn't even realize that Metabase could do this, is that you can show how are graphs that are bar graphs. You can also show trending like monthly revenue graphs or weekly revenue graphs, as well as how many people are buying from your different stuff. So if you have any type of data and you're an online business or even you're a mobile app, Metabase is, I believe, free. I don't even think it's paid right now. It's a really, really beautiful way that you can actually organize all of your data online without actually having to bug your developers. So that is definitely a tool that I recommend you guys checking out. All right, number 2 is Streamyard.com. I do office hours every single Friday on YouTube, and I was trying all these different online tools out to say, how do I stream to YouTube or Facebook or wherever? And they're all really technical. I tried live stream, I tried OBS, and Streamyard.com was the most affordable and easiest to use. Let me show you how I use it, and I find this really helpful if you want to broadcast anything you're doing in your business to your audience. So I create YouTube, you do a title, description, duh. And then privacy, I'm gonna make this one unlisted because this is just as a demo for you guys. And then let's just say we're gonna schedule it later. I think the service is around $39 to $49 a month, so really, really affordable. So as you enter the broadcast studio, there's a few key things that I would recommend you guys doing here to get full value out of using it. So 1, check your mic, check your cam, duh, let's all check that stuff. Hello, there's my webcam right there. And then you check your audio. What's really nice about Streamyard, let me show you a few of the key features that I really recommend while you do all your stream casting through Streamyard.com. 1, you can add yourself really easy to the stream right here. 2, if you have guests, you can give them a link. So you click invite right here. And now instead of trying to coordinate Skype sessions and streaming and all this other stuff, you just give them a link and boom, they're on your screen. A few other really simple and beautiful things about this that I love is that it aggregates all of your comments right here on the screen, so I don't have to check YouTube on a separate thing or anything like that. If someone posts a comment, you can actually post those comments. This is one of the most common things I see when I'm doing a live stream, like, how'd you get the comments on there? So if you're gonna be doing any live streaming, check out Streamyard.com. So my third favorite thing is Bear.app. This is where I do all of my journaling. There's a lot of different tools for writing, and at the end of the day, whatever helps you write better, maybe it's a typewriter, I don't care, use that. For me, I found this and I fell in love with it instantly. It's really affordable, it's $2 a month, really easy to use, and they've got this really neat tagging system, which I think other journaling apps have, but I found it really intuitive, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do it here. So in Bear.app, it works on your iPad, works on your phone, works on your laptop. Most of the tools these days do that, but let me show you some examples of how I use it and why I like it so much. So when I do book reports, if you go to okdort.com, you'll see one of my book reports. Bear app's just really, really clean. I like writing a lot on the iPad. So a few of the things that are really neat about it, down here you can actually have a lot of different ways of formatting your content, pretty standard. But the tagging and the way that tagging works is probably one of the most favorite things about it. So I can tag a book report, and now I just go to book report and I could search and find all the different books. On the iPad, it's actually really, really easy to edit, more so than the desktop. The beauty of Bear app is that I find it really, really simple. It doesn't have a lot of the whiz-bang features. You can really organize things from books to decisions to subcategories, and then find them really easy. Like let's say I want to find monthly reports. Boom, it'll have all of them, or you can just also click on that thing and it'll get you there too. So for any of your journaling, I've tried Ulysses. I haven't tried all the other ones out there, but this is the one that I use. I found it really effective. And at the end of the day, whatever gets the job done for you is the tool I'm gonna recommend. By the way, if you guys aren't checking out appsumo.com, it is the #1 site online for software deals. So if you're looking for tools like this and amazing other tools to help you start or grow your business, I highly recommend you check out appsumo.com. All right, the 4th app up, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap talking about this one, is Notion.so, and I do not like it. Yeah, I said it out loud. Everyone's making all these videos, millions of views and all this kind of stuff about Notion.so. I find it extremely complicated. I feel like the team that helps us make all these videos is spending a lot of time doing it, which sometimes I think about the theme paper versus plastic, which we're like, oh, we gotta use all this technology and all this cool stuff, but it's like, maybe pen and paper would be a lot easier than all the technical plastic. So some of the neat things that we do, we have a recording calendar. By the way, you can do this in Google Calendar too, and Google Docs completely for free. I think the one clear value that Notion.so really provides is these little tabs on the side. It kind of makes it easier for you to organize all your documents. Google Drive and Google Docs, spreadsheets, calendar stuff is not really well integrated. That is the beauty of what Notion.so is, but I actually found the amount of time it takes to actually use it effectively, it's not so great. It reminds me of Salesforce.com, where you spend all this money, you pay all these consultants, you do all this stuff, and you're like, I don't really want to use this, it's too complicated. It's nice to create some templates so you can actually go into some of these things and see how all of our templates look when we're actually recording videos, and you can organize it. Again, I actually found Google Spreadsheets and Google Docs, combining those, easier to use, and when I'm trying to edit stuff and move things around, like if I'm trying to, like right now I'm trying to go down, I just find like it's still kludgy, and maybe in like a year or something like that, it'll be a lot smoother. But for the time being, I can't actually recommend you using it. I do recommend you trying it. Maybe there's some people out there that can spend their lives doing it, but at the end of the day, Google Docs works for me. And the fifth and final tool today, plus 2 bonus ones because you stick around to the end, is circle.so. So this is one I'm just starting to play around with. I can't super recommend it, but I think there's something really interesting where on okdork.com/group, it is currently a Facebook group, but the problem with Facebook groups is that Facebook controls it, it's not public, and you can't really organize the information in an effective way. And so I think there's going to be a huge opportunity. People are going to Discord, people are going to Slack, but even those are just more like chat communications. It's not really like kind of like forum/community. So I think there is a huge opportunity business-wise that I think Circle is really promising, called circle.so, in building a community. I know Pat Flynn has been recommending them. So what's really neat about circle.so is you can create spaces, you can create links, so you can actually organize your members in an effective way. The one thing that I actually didn't see about circle.so that I was hoping for is that you can actually have a membership thing built in, and maybe it's here and I'm missing it. But one of the things I recommend for you is that if you're building any type of community, you want to own the community. And I know that sounds weird, you don't own anyone. But what you do is you want to control that you can organize information, you can organize the people, and you're not at the mercy of Facebook or Slack or Discord. And even part of circle.so, it's a little weird that now I have to pay to actually be able to talk and have members in a community. I think there is something here as a business. How do you actually get a membership community? I think circle.so and many others are interesting. So I would check this out. So 3 bonus tools that I haven't fully checked out, but I want to recommend to you because I'm going to go explore and play with them. Plus, leave a comment with other tools that maybe I missed out or you think I should check out in a future video. First off is tillerhq.com. I have a lot of friends recommending this. It's basically Google Spreadsheets for your monthly finances. So me personally, I use Google Spreadsheets for the past almost 10 years now to do my finances. And yes, I was number 4 at mint.com, which was one of the first online personal finance tools. But this basically takes your Google Spreadsheets and automatically updates all of your bank information. Personally, I like doing it manually just to make sure everything's right, but it's a really neat way to actually automate Google Spreadsheets. The second site I'm checking out is called coda.io. So this is kind of like using spreadsheets/Airtable. There's a lot of businesses competing about how to make Google Spreadsheets and your data a little bit easier and sexier. So coda.io is something I'm playing around with, and I think you should check out as well. I will be. And the last one that I've actually seen a good friend of mine use at his company for project management, and especially with remote teams, remote work, is Miro.com. So it's be creative, be productive from anywhere. It's kind of a shitty tagline. But what's really interesting, you kind of get this whiteboard on the wall, and then you can doodle and move things around. So it's a nice, interesting way of actually collaborating and talking in groups. It's kind of like thinking about sticky notes on a board. Now you can actually have it on your computer. Again, I don't know if Google Docs is actually going to be easier or better, or maybe Google Slides or Google something else. But I think something like this, what I really recommend for you is that be open-minded for a lot of the new tools that are coming out there. It's so easy. I know for myself, as I'm almost 40, I'm like, I've always used it this way, Shlomo, let me just keep doing it. And that's honestly how you get outdated. It doesn't mean you go do and spend your whole life looking for all the new tools. Check out appsumo.com, by the way. But I do think you should be open-minded to try out TikTok, try out these things. So these are the tools. I'd love to know any other tools that you guys are checking out that I'm missing for entrepreneurs. Leave a comment below. I love you, and I'll see you out there.